For as much as the city changes, New York has the same spirit and motion. It's what we all share in common. I'm looking out at these blocks, and everyone has a story to tell. I think it's that way for every New Yorker. I look at these streets where this happened, and that corner where I met this person, and another New York landmark where my life changed. Some people have given everything so we can walk these streets that we all love so much.
New York got it.
Play ball!
You that I do way past cool. What's good? YouTube, it's your boy I am Littlefoot. Yo, listen, I'm back with another video. For everybody who don't know about New York City, man, listen. This is gonna be breaking it down for y'all. What's good with everybody? Man, everybody's doing good. This is definitely an informative video because a lot of people don't know the breakdown of New York City, what makes up New York City and New York State, and what comes with that. And, you know, other places like, you know, New Jersey and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, I'm from Long Island, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know too much about the city like that, you know what I'm saying? Except for, I know that the LI is our shit, it's Long Island shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what we take to get to the city, you know what I'm saying? So, if it don't got nothing to do with the LIRR or like the nice bus or, you know, something like that, you don't really know too much about it, because that's Long Island shit. Long Island shit is LIRR and nice buses. Might do a New York Sling video. That I do way past cool. Guys, stay tuned and watch the rest of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're jacking the video, you're jacking my content. Don't be a hater of your life. And like the video, yo.
Can someone from New York, like, please stitch this and explain this?
All right, so boom, right? These are the 5 boroughs. You got Staten Island, you got Brooklyn, you got Queens, you got Manhattan, and you got the Bronx. All these 5 boroughs right here make up New York City. Anything outside the 5 boroughs in New York is technically New York State. But first, let's break down the boroughs. Now, inside of these boroughs, there's different sections and neighborhoods and things like that amongst the borough. For instance, let's start with Manhattan, right? There's places like the Lower East Side, Harlem, Dyckman, Washington Heights, Chelsea, Tribeca, Soho, shit like that. You know what I mean? There's different sections. There's more, but there's a bunch of little different sections inside of that borough itself. Then you got Brooklyn, right? There's places like Canarsie, Bedstuy, Brownsville, East New York, Coney Island. There's a whole bunch of different spots within Brooklyn itself. You know what I mean? Bushwick, Flatbush, all that. Now in the Bronx, you got Highbridge, you got Soundview, you got the South Bronx, you got Hunts Point, and other places like that. But most times in the Bronx, niggas will probably represent they block, like they project or whatever, or they street more so than the section, if they not from any of them sections I just named. You feel me? They also do that in Manhattan as well, in a section that I mentioned earlier called Harlem. Most of them represent their block or maybe like a project that they're from within that section. Now, if they're outside of Harlem, then they'll say, yeah, I'm from Harlem. Other than that, they normally just jacking their block. Next, we got Staten Island. We don't really fuck with Staten Island like that, but we fuck with Staten Island. You know what I mean? It's like a love-hate relationship between Staten Island and the rest of the city. We mainly got love for Staten Island because of a famous, legendary hip-hop group called Wu-Tang Clan. If you know, you know. Bottom line, Staten Island is made fun of by us, but not by anybody else, because we're not going to allow that. You know what I mean? And not to mention, Staten Island low-key get busy. You feel me? You got places like Stapleton, Park Hill, Mariners Harbor, you know what I mean? Some of them niggas do get busy, you know what I mean? And then you got like the other parts where all the Italian mob boys would be like, hey, Tony and shit like that. They not to be really fucked with either. Next, we got Queens. Queens goes by sections similar to Brooklyn, you see what I'm saying? So in Queens, you got places like Astoria, you got Long Island City, not to be confused with the actual Long Island. You got, St. Albans, you got Hollis, you got Far Rockaway, and Far Rockaway is like normally considered the 6th borough, you know what I mean? Because they're not really considered Queens, even though they are. This is Far Rock, you know what I mean? That little strip right there, that little orange strip, that's Far Rockaway. Far Rockaway is one of them places where if you don't live there, you don't really go there, you know what I'm saying? Far Rockaway get busy. So yeah, this is the actual New York City right here, all 5 boroughs. Now, I didn't mention every single section within all the boroughs because we be all day, you know what I mean? But this is it when it comes down to New York City. Now, the Bronx is dangerous, it's not to be fucked with. You don't go there unless you know somebody. That's just how I feel, you know what I mean? Unless you really like that. Manhattan is a little bit more safer. But with Manhattan, you never really know what you're going to get. Like, if you go up to Harlem, you know, like, it get a little critical, shit get dangerous up there, whatever, right? Niggas be wildin'. But if you go to a place like, let's say, LES, right? You go to Lower East Side. Lower East Side be chilling. It's like a sleeper. A lot of the sections in Manhattan are sleepers. Shit be cool. You be walking, you see a white dude walking with a poodle. Hey, Tim, how are ya? Right around that motherfucking corner, in that same breath, you can see a motherfucker on a scooter busting a gun. I can safely say Manhattan is a sleeper borough where a lot of shit goes on in Manhattan. It's not dangerous per se, but niggas be wild. Brooklyn used to be like the baddest borough in New York City. It used to be really, really bad back in the day. The Bronx holds that title now. But don't get it confused. Brooklyn is, you know, a little gentrified now, whatever the case is, but there's still sections of motherfuckers where shit get critical. Like Bedstuy. It's very, very odd in Bedstuy. Reminds me of LES a little bit. Because in the same breath, you can see a motherfucker walking a poodle, like I said. Howdy. In that same breath, you see a motherfucking YN with a fucking ski mask and a fucking blick coming out his waistband, ready to, you know what I mean, ready to up it on everybody. It's pretty much how it is in the style low-key, you know what I mean? Then you got places like Brownsville. Shit straight dangerous. Don't go there if you ain't from there. Bottom line. The Island's another place. Shit get crazy. It's not just rides. It's not just fun. It's niggas out there that carry guns. There's also downtown Brooklyn. That's a nice area to be. A lot of people go there to shop or whatever the case is. Motherfuckers go down there to just kind of chill out and have a decent time. But the thing about that is, if you go too far downtown Brooklyn, you can end up in fucking Fort Greene where shit get crazy. Or if you go real far downtown Brooklyn, you can fuck around and end up in Gowanus, and ain't shit cool in Gowanus. Niggas be wild. Now, Queens isn't necessarily dangerous for real, in my opinion. I'm not trying to diss nobody from Queens. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Queens get the money. But Jamaica, dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? Far Rockaway, dangerous. You understand what I'm saying? Hollis, they can be. You see what I'm saying? But they be chilling for the most part. They about their money. Queensbridge definitely be wildin' too. It's like they're their own area because it's like a bunch of projects and shit like that. Ravenswood, all that over there in that area, they be bugging the fuck out too. You know what I mean? They be chilling sometime, but they be bugging the fuck out. Now in places like Astoria, Woodside, Corona, Elmhurst, depending on what part of those sections you in, niggas be wildin' over there, but they be Spanish niggas that be wildin' over there. You feel me? This is Long Island. Now, Long Island is not part of New York City at all. You see what I'm saying? They their own shit. We fuck with them. You see what I'm saying? We fuck with Long Island, but they're not New York City. You see what I'm saying? They got their own cops, all that. They got their own county, like Nassau County, Suffolk County. They got their own shit going on over there. Normally in Long Island, you're going to see a lot of cops, firemen, shit like that live over there in Long Island. Now, depending on where you at, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you in, like, Wyandanch or whatever, you in fucking Roosevelt, like, shit like that, Hempstead, places like that, niggas get busy. I ain't even gonna hold you. Shout out Long Island. Next, we speaking on Mount Vernon and Yonkers. Don't worry about all this down here, though, because we already went over that. That's New Jersey. New Jersey is like New York's cousin, you see what I'm saying? We don't see them all the time, but when we do see them, most of the time, it's love. Now, as you can see right up here, that's Yonkers. That's the home of the legendary DMX, the home of the Locks, like, you know what I mean? A lot of motherfuckers. Mary J. Blige. It's a lot of legends that came up out of there. We fuck with Yonkers, you see what I'm saying? They're their own section as well. They're not part of New York City, as you can see. They're like, you know, up there. They got their own kind of county thing going on, you know what I mean? But we fuck with Yonkers. Now, it's not listed here, but right next to Yonkers up there somewhere is Mount Vernon. Money-earning Mount Vernon. And that's home to a few rap legends as well. Like P-Rock, CL Smooth and them, you know what I mean? They from Mount Vernon. You got legendary rapper Heavy D, R.I.P. to him. He's from there, you feel me? Mount Vernon is also another place, like another hood. They get busy up there, but they be doing their own thing. They more worried about their bread. We fuck with them though. But Mount Vernon is a section of its own, just like Yonkers, that is not involved with New York City. Then right there is New Rochelle. They're also their own city. They're their own thing going on up there. I don't know much about New Rochelle, but shout out to y'all. Now, lastly, this is New York State right here. You know what I mean? I'm not about to go through all these different places because that's kind of crazy, you know what I mean? But this is upstate New York, you know what I mean? We just call that shit upstate. Now, the running joke is we don't really fuck with upstate New York, even though it's New York. You see what I'm saying? Because when niggas say they from New York, you normally thinking you from New York City. When they say, oh, I'm from Buffalo, you're like, oh, yeah, this nigga not from New York. It's just a joke. We fuck with Buffalo. We fuck with the whole state of New York, real talk. It's like we can make fun of them, but y'all can't. The way we treat upstate is pretty much the way we treat Staten Island. We make fun of them all the time, but at the same time, it's always love. Plus, upstate, it ain't really a lot up here going on, at least that I know. To my knowledge, there's not a lot going on up here. There's a lot of prisons and jails and shit like that up here. That's really what I do know about it, you know what I mean? Other than, like, places like Buffalo over here somewhere, you know what I mean? Shout out to Griselda, Benny the Butcher, Conway, you know what I mean? West Side Gun. Them niggas is nice. You know what I mean? There's Buffalo, there's Poughkeepsie, there's Troy, there's Binghamton, there's Middletown, Newburgh, New City, all that other shit like that. Them niggas get busy. I ain't gonna front. The niggas I named, they get busy. You know what I mean? I heard Syracuse was getting some shit going on out there too. It's a lot of different places upstate that do get busy that we fuck with and that I'm acknowledging. You see what I'm saying? Because them, them niggas got their own hoods and shit like that up there. You feel me? They got their own thing going on. They just not New York City. But shout out to upstate. I know I was a little long-winded, but hopefully now you understand the format and the layout of New York City and New York State as a whole. This is New York State. This is New York City.
That's a wrap. This is the end of the video. If y'all like the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Peace.